about what the psychics are saying now. Um, Nobody is saying that Trump is going to die soon or that everything will change. Um, he isn't well, and of course he's 79, but that's not really old at, at this time. Um, Things have changed quite a bit. People don't die as early as they used to in, say, the early 60s. I am 78. Um, I have seen a lot of presidents and I've talked to them. Um, I easily talk to spirits. So I have talked I have talked to Einstein. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say Eisenhower. Einstein said, "Call me Al." He was very nice. Um, Eisenhower was very much there. And interestingly, when I was talking to Eisenhower, I talked to him, I think, about 3 times. And the older President Bush came in very friendly and funny. He had jokes to tell. But both of them are aware of the news here, where I don't find that other spirits care. People who were not in politics don't seem to care. They really don't. I don't find my relatives caring, I have to tell them. So, um, both of those guys were, of course, um, uh, what do you call it, Republicans, but they didn't care whether the presidents were Republican or Democratic, actually. I also spoke with, I can't remember speaking to JFK, although I think I must have. I did speak to Franklin Roosevelt, and I also spoke to Eleanor Roosevelt. Um, uh, they weren't happy with the way things were going, um, and they did not. None of them liked Trump. My feeling is that Trump lives in his own world, and the people around him, rather than bringing him back to reality, don't do that. They just pretend that what he is doing and feeling is right, and that he's right. He's not. It's shameful, really, because he could do better, especially if he were aware of what was happening, and he's not. He thinks that he's doing fabulously in the polls, and he's not. Um, he thinks that people approve of ISIS behavior, and they don't, but he thinks they do. I mean, he thinks everybody is for him and for what he's doing. I feel like that poor man doesn't know which end is up, and nobody's helping him either. They used to when in his first presidency, but not now. It is a shame. I'm not saying that he is a good guy. Um, I think what he did with Epstein is, although he says that he was proven or shown to be in Epstein's files, oh, he was shown to not be there at all. That's not true. It's completely not true. Um, he was there in the first bunch 38,000 times, and I think more when more people went through them. He was very involved, and um, the there is at least one. Um, one person who went to the police or FBI and wrote a whole thing out, and if she lied, it would have been perjury about her being raped by Trump. Um, by the way, this is for entertainment only, and it's only my opinion. Uh, I watch all the cable news channels, and I have been trying to understand what happened from Epstein and how Trump was involved. It's very ugly. I mean, a very old man was serviced by Jeffrey, Miss Jeffrey, who is dead now. Um, I don't know how many of the young girls did die. I don't know. Eventually, that will come out too. But now we see Prince Edward is no longer a prince. He's been arrested early this morning in London, and he may go to jail. He probably will. And I don't know who else will go to jail, but what they did was horrible. Ehud Barak, oh my God. I mean, it just many people who are well known, loved, did horrific things, raped young girls. I mean, when I say young girls, I mean girls from the ages of 12. So far, that's the youngest it's gone back to 12 and 16. And there were some young girls that were 19 and 20. But the most popular ones, and what was Jeffrey's first name? I can't remember. But Virginia. I'm reading her book, and she was, oh, how old was she? I think she was 16, and she was trafficked all over the world. Um, she was definitely with Prince Andrew and all kinds of other people, including, like I said, a very old man, Wexner, and Ehud Barak, on and on and on. Um, and again, it's just my opinion, and um, I'm reading the news and just repeating it. It's for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that it's really upsetting. And what do the psychics say? Well, the psychics say that people will be caught. Not everybody. Um, some of Trump's people will go to jail, or will be tried. Um, what's his name? Miller. I've heard that Miller will run and he will not be caught. Trump's kids are, according to the psychics, are going to leave the United States and do fine in some other country. Um, what's her name? Melania will leave with her son, and he speaks Slavonian or whatever it is. Anyway, and she's more European than English, than American. So I'm sure she'll do fine because she's got money from Trump. I mean, he's making money hand over fist right now, really multi millions. I mean, he's doing great, grifting from the United States. Again, it's my opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Um, mm, uh, I listen to Sterling on Sundays. Um, Sterling, unlike the recent news that the president, with an S, said that there's no life other than on Earth because they never met anybody. They never met any. Um, I've been hearing that they did. I don't know about whether they in particular did, but my understanding is that a lot of the presidents have met people, or not people, beings from other planets. And Sterling always says that they're around, and that he said this past Sunday that they helped win the Second World War. Um, why? I don't know, or how? I don't know that either. And you can bet it's not in any textbook. Um, Eisenhower never said anything about that. And I don't, well, I don't actually want to go talk to him again. Last time I was there, or I was talking to him, he started a dirty joke, and I don't want to hear that. So, because I just don't want to. So, yeah, like I'm not one of the guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm an old lady, but I'm not one of the guys. I think maybe that's it. Um, hmm, what else? I mean, things have changed so much in my lifetime. When I was little, stuff was left over from the Second World War. There were still women driving the trolleys. The trolleys were all over the place in Philadelphia. Um, I grew up in Philadelphia. I'll be moving back to Philadelphia. I live in Delaware, which I love. I've lived here for 20 years, but anyway, in Philadelphia, there were still women driving buses and trolleys because the men were away at war. When I was born in 1947, and it was a city run by trolley. And did I like them? No, actually, I didn't. I didn't at all. But I was little, and they were very, very big and scary. Um, it it was and is a city of neighborhoods. Um, I didn't know that. I didn't think the schools were good when I was a student in school. Um, Not that I listened, because I did not. I mean, I stopped listening when I was about 15, and I I hardly listened at any time. I think that still happens to some children if they're not approached or pushed. They don't pay attention, and I didn't. Um, However, I still went to college and graduate school. Um, you can learn, and in fact, I don't care how many papers you're given showing, oh, you got a PhD and blah, 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 and you're so smart. No. If you don't educate yourself, you're not educated. You have to keep reading and learning. That's life. Just because you understand something theoretical, something, doesn't mean you know everything. And a lot of us mistakenly uh, think that people who achieve something or make a lot of money are smart. No, not necessarily. And that doesn't mean they're educated either, because who says they read? Who says they listen? Who says they admit their mistakes? If you don't admit your mistakes and learn from them, well, you stay dumb. It's important. You really have to. Um, it's smart, we all make all kinds of mistakes, and that's how we learn. And it's only decent to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was a mistake. I'm really sorry." Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop. I'm almost at 15 minutes. That's plenty. Thank you for listening. Today's Friday, um, Friday the 20th of February. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy. Just enjoy living. If you have grandchildren, enjoy them, because boy, are they a gift. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye now. Oh, I do not know anything. Yeah, I need down skin. Okay.